I made my daughter's boyfriend buy a new shirt because it was disrespectful. The 23rd of December, my daughter's 19, boyfriend 19, came for dinner. We had a dinner then because he's going away with his family for Christmas.
Oh, that's nice.
He arrived, rang the bell, and I answered the door. He came in, took off his jacket, and that's when I saw it. He was wearing a t-shirt that said, "It's not gonna suck itself." By the way, comes from user Freud's Driver. If you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OkStoryTime subreddit. I took one look at that shirt and I asked him if he had any money. He said no, and asked why. I told him that the shirt showed a marked lack of respect for both my daughter and my wife. I pulled two 20s out of my wallet and quietly ushered him back out the door, told him there's a Walmart 3 miles away, and to buy a more respectful shirt and come back with it on. Mind you, this whole exchange took place between him and I without an audience. He was gone for 15 minutes, came back with a nice polo shirt on. We had a nice dinner together, and nothing was mentioned of the incident. The next day, my daughter came to me and her mother and told us what I did, humiliated him. They aren't in breakup territory or anything, and no yelling or anything of the sort has happened. My wife did tell me I could have handled it differently. So Reddit, am I wrong for handling it this way? And if so, how could I have handled it? And there's an edit. I'm 57. As a long-haul truck driver, I've had my share of bad moments. Most of us guys here can remember stupid things that we did as teens, even into our 20s. The ones that stand out for me are the ones where someone didn't react with anger or malice. They were the ones that someone reacted with constructive kindness. Ones where a quiet redemption was offered. Where a mirror was quietly held up to my behavior. Those are the ones I learned from and appreciated the most. Hopefully he comes out the other side with a new appreciation for kindness offered quietly and without fanfare. Just my thoughts here. And there is an update. After reading these comments and listening to everyone's point of view, I sat my daughter down this morning and asked her what her boyfriend actually said to her. This changes my opinion of him. Apparently, he had not told my daughter what the phrase was on the shirt, but did tell her accurately what I said to him and asked him to do. He didn't use the word humiliated. That was my daughter's interpretation. Her rush to defend him came from our examples. Apparently, she's taken note of times I've defended my wife and vice versa. She also took note of our disagreements in private after the fact. She is going to talk to him when he gets back tomorrow to follow up on why he thought the shirt was appropriate for the family setting. I'll update again after that conversation. So my daughter called him about an hour ago. And this will be informative. She asked him why he hadn't told her what the shirt said when he talked to her. His reply was telling. He said, "Because it was embarrassing." Then she went on to ask him why he wore it originally, and he admitted that the shirt had been a gift from his older brother, 21, and that the older brother had dared him to and called him chicken when he objected, etc. It was dumb sibling crap, apparently. She went on to tell him that none of what he'd done was cool and that she really liked him and that he'd always been kind to her. She said she wasn't breaking up with him, but that these steps needed to be done. First, he needed to explain to his parents the entire situation. Second, he needed to show up in person to our home and bring the money for the shirt and, as she put it, put in a whole butt-kissing session that included the explanation of the dare, etc. She said that if this was handled well, they could talk about moving forward and what that would look like. After the phone call, she talked to her mom and I, and admitted that she forgot her worth. She said that I, as long as she had been alive, had never gone out of my way to embarrass her mom, and that I'd always been respectful and not let anyone be disrespectful to her mom. And that made me feel good. So she wasn't going to settle for less. Good for her. I'll update after her visit later tomorrow afternoon.
All right.
And there's an update number 3. This will make those of you following this saga laugh. I received a call this evening from Mr. Boyfriend's parents. Firstly, they are mortified and extremely apologetic. Secondly, and the whole best part of this update, which I have their permission to share, is that his parents are on Reddit and commented on my post in support of the way I handled the situation. They told me that they love my daughter and that we had raised her right and had not raised their sons to show this level of disrespect for anyone, let alone his girlfriend. Apparently, boyfriend was following up on one of my daughter's conditions and went to talk to his parents. As the story unfolded, his mom reached for her phone, opened Reddit, and yelled, "Is this about you?" To quote his dad, as the son read the first half paragraph, he passed away a little on the inside. So anyways, they're going to come to dinner tomorrow evening with boyfriend. More updates tomorrow night. And we have more updates, people. Update number 4. Dinner was very pleasant. Let me say that his parents are great. Boyfriend showed up with red roses for my daughter and yellow roses for my wife.
Whoa!
Roses for the wife, that's bold. He offered what I thought was a very sincere apology and a card with the entire $40 in it, even though he had given me the change and receipt on the original night. I cooked tonight to give my wife a break. I made an Indian dish called butter chicken with basmati rice. Neither had eaten curry before, but loved it. As it turns out, older brother is the family athlete, JV soccer, varsity soccer, and a sports scholarship for soccer, is the quintessential jock. Little brother is the exact opposite. He's artistic and has real talent, sensitive, quiet, and felt like he never measured up to big brother and works to gain big brother's respect. Brother takes full advantage of this and exploits his little brother for his own amusement. Near the end of dinner, daughter says, I think I'll keep him around for a little longer. You guys okay with that? I hate that expression so much. We are good with that for now. His mom is the boss, though, for thinking outside the box. As punishment to older brother, mom went into his clothing, drawers, and closet, took every shirt off of him, and bought him 8 very bright pink t-shirts that he'll wear until he realizes just how damaging exploiting anyone, is. His access to cash is also cut off until said lesson is learned. Update 5, just to give you some info. Older brother has been much better for the last little bit and actually enjoys the pink shirts.
I knew that was going to happen.
Apparently his girlfriend likes them and he's gotten a few compliments. My lovely daughter is more than ready to go back for her spring semester. Boyfriend has been around the house more and has been very respectful. The two of them read the comments here and she teases him. I know they're technically adults, but my wife and I insist on the door being open in any room they occupy together. Nothing is derailing her education. Nice. Her and her older brother are amazing scholars, and we are immensely proud of them. My wife is a teacher with 30 years experience, and I'm a truck driver for 25 years, but I'm also educated with a degree in clinical psychology. Anyway, I'm rambling. Take care. We've got a 6th update. My daughter's son and my daughter's boyfriend head back to school this next weekend. I miss them immensely when they're gone, but I'm so proud and excited for their futures. Boyfriend has been very respectful and shows real kindness. His parents and older brother came for dinner last weekend again. We are becoming quick friends. So things are going very well. Thank you all so very much from both my wife and I for the kind words.
Aw, cute. Parent